Hi everybody, so today I'm going to talk about proton pump inhibitors, and you will be shocked when you understand how they work and what they can contribute to. So anybody taking omeprazole or esomeprazole or lansoprazole or any kind of proton pump inhibitors here, and do you have any different kind of symptoms or improvement or any new symptoms coming up? Just write in the comments and let me know what have you experienced since you're taking omeprazole. I mean any kind of these proton pump inhibitors, and for how long you're taking, and what kind of symptoms have you noticed that have improved, or has new symptoms arise, because it's very important for you to understand how they work in our body. Okay, and before I start explaining about them, just whoever wants to join, we're starting with the GDS 3 days GDS free challenge on 23rd of May, and whoever wants to start to improve their digestion and don't know from where to start, you can join us on the link. I will post the link in the description, and let's get started together to improve your symptoms and to improve your digestion, so everything will be improved, gain more energy, and we'll do it together. Okay, let's get started. So how these proton pump inhibitors work? They actually inhibit production of some cells in the stomach, which are called proton pump. They're inhibiting production of stomach acid, of gastric juice. The doctor says they are better to be taken like 30 to 60 minutes before eating the meal, before the food. And they said that it's better if they're taken on a longer period of time. So how much longer is good enough? First, let's see how the digestion happens in our stomach. So when we eat the food, like 30% is the carbs are digested in the mouth from amylase, and it's converted to simple carbs. And then in the stomach, when the food touches the stomach cells, they are triggered, their receptors are triggered to produce gastric juice. And this gastric juice, the HCl and pepsin, they're very acidic, like 2 to 3 pH, which is very, very acidic. And the stomach itself creates like protective mucus lining, not to burn the stomach wall, right? So everything is automatic, and the stomach knows what to do. Okay, so this stomach acid, the HCl, it's actually our first barrier, and it's killing the pathogens, the bacteria, the bad one, the fungi, everything that is coming. It may attack our body, like it's like first row of defense. Plus, it's digesting the proteins in the stomach, so converting them in smaller molecules, which are called peptides. Like if it's a long chain of proteins, it's cutting on a smaller chain with some amino acids. Usually it's 20 amino acids. So the digestion starts already in the stomach. So our digestion starts in the stomach. So the food will be, the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals are readily available and easy to be extracted from the food in the intestines along the way. Further down the line in the small intestines, then with the digestive enzymes from the pancreas, from the liver, or the bile acids, further down the food is more digested and easily absorbed in the blood. The nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins, the fats, the proteins, everything starts, 95% they're digested in the small intestines. So they say if they are used longer time, they may better help with the acid reflux and the heartburn and everything. And how much is longer time? They said long term means 8 weeks. Okay, so no longer than 8 weeks. And it can help with easing the ulcers, because it's making the environment more alkaline, so not acidic, because acid is burning. Ulcer is like a wound, is damaged, the stomach wall, the wall is damaged, And this, by taking proton pump inhibitors, it's making the environment alkaline, so it's not burning that much. But we are losing the first defense, okay? And the latest studies shows when proton pump inhibitors are taken for a longer period of time, it may have influence on the creating osteoporosis, like risk of fractures, losing bone density, then chronic kidney failures. I will explain one by one how this happens and why. You know, we need to question why, how they work, and what they're causing on a longer term if they're used longer term. Okay, then kidney disease, as I said, chronic kidney disease, then overgrowth or bad bacteria like Clostridium difficile, like C. diff, which is causing diarrhea, and then deficiency of B12, vitamin B12, and dementia, and also like other viruses and other bad bacteria can overgrow because we are losing the first defense, which is the acidity in our stomach, killing all the bad guys. So we are allowing these bad guys to proliferate and to overgrowth and create further down in the intestines disbalance, like SIBO, like bloating, like less minerals and vitamins be absorbed because the food is not digested properly. So is there anybody having issues with this kind of health problems? If you're taking, of course, on a longer term, you may experience this kind of issues. And also depression, of course. And I will explain one by one. So let's see about the osteoporosis and the calcium absorption, because the PPIs are decreasing the calcium absorption because it's much more difficult to absorb calcium in a higher pH. Okay, so for a better absorption, we need a lower pH. The chronic kidney disease, it's caused by the metabolites of this PPI, because this is chemicals made in the lab. Okay, so when our body is metabolizing, is digesting, and there are particles of these chemicals, which after down in the intestines, in the small intestines, they are absorbed in the bloodstream and should be filtered by the kidneys. So these deposits of PPIs are damaging the kidneys, and it's much more difficult to filter the blood. So using them on a longer term may create chronic kidney disease or maybe kidney failures. So how C. diff or other bacteria and viruses can survive and can can create health issues? It's because the PPIs, they are inhibiting the action of the leukocytes, like of the leukocytes are our immune cells, right? And allows the proliferation of the spores of C. diff and converts them into vegetative state where they can proliferate and they can grow. Same goes for any other bacteria and virus. Okay, so the pH, when it's higher, it allows the proliferation and overgrowth of the bad bacteria and of the viruses. So when this happens, then we create maybe SIBO or bloating. We experience bloating in the small intestines, overgrowth of bad bacteria and viruses. So it goes one after each other. And then the food is not digested properly, and we cannot absorb the nutrients properly. So this can lead to B12 deficiency, because lack of digestive gastric acid leads to reduce of digestive capacity to release B12 from the food. Okay. And reduce the amount that can be absorbed in the intestines. So this goes with any type of vitamin deficiency, but mainly is B12. And the worst thing is that the PPIs can cross the blood-brain barrier and create plaque in our brain, like dementia, like depression, and they can damage our brain. So we become forgetful, and we become we lack of concentration, we become fatigued. So everything is related with taking these PPIs on a longer term. So are you taking these PPIs on a longer term, and have you experienced any of these issues, any of these symptoms? So the main thing is to understand how this works. So they're blocking the receptors of creating the gastric juices. because that's normal function, you know, the cells, they react on the food, they react on everything, but this is like a blockage. We are blocking the natural production of the gastric juices, which is our first defense, and create along the way in our digestion and in our body another symptoms and another health problems and issues. Okay, so in my next video I'll be talking about antihistamine blockers. And let me know if you're taking any other medications, so you want me to describe how they work and what they are doing to our body, and to understand better your health issue. Write in the comments, so I will be glad to talk and explain anything that you need to know. And don't forget to sign up for my 3 days GDS free challenge, gluten, dairy and sugar free challenge, which we do 2 times per year. And this is the first time in this year we are doing that together. And you will receive like a meal plan for 3 days, and we will do it together. Plus you will have these meal plans are without gluten, without dairy, without sugar, and it's easy to prepare. There is no issue, and it's tasty. Then you will have like a detox juice plus every day morning detox juice, and short exercises that I like, and you will be making them like in the comfort of your home, and it's short and easy, just few minutes, and anybody can do it. Okay, so let's do it together and sign up for this challenge, and see you there. Bye.